Here's what I'm gonna say: Chicago has never been a historically good franchise ever.
You're
They
saying
took,
like Caleb Williams question mark?
yeah, and here's why I'm gonna say this: is I get that Caleb has all the athletic nature that you want to see, but I will never get over having a dog of a team. Can you imagine if like they had a Ravens defense that are just like an old school Ravens defense, that's just power team, or the Bucks when they won the Super Bowl and they were fighting for everything. These guys aren't doing that for someone who paints their fucking fingernails, dog. And that's just how it's going to be. I'm sorry, but Caleb Williams is on bust alert. Ben Johnson or not.
Are the Bears asking for a new head coach in 4 years?
No, because I think what will happen is Ben Johnson will make him look par because he can do that. But if we're being honest, he was my probably least impressive quarterback to me of the four guys taken after him, and that's including J.J. McCarthy's preseason.
What?
Yeah, I mean
I don't know,
yeah. I mean it's hard to throw him in there because JJ really hasn't got a chance. But I will give you, Jaden Daniels was hooping. You know I love Drake May. You know I love Michael Penix. Bo Nix was hooping this year. Woke me up. I was iffy on Bo Nix myself. I wasn't low on him, but I didn't have an opinion because Bo Nix never blew me out of the water.
In my humble opinion, as good as Caleb was touted to be, and what we're seeing from the quarterbacks taken after him, in my opinion, he is the consensus 101 QB that has impressed me the least for recent memory since I've been watching football. Jamarcus Russell, sorry, you as well. But everyone else, I don't remember a 101 QB being less impressive than the 5 or 4 guys taken after him, 4 guys that played.
Bryce Young last year.
I mean, AR was less impressive. Played 2 games.
He got injured like 3 games in. You can't blame him.
Well, I'm just saying is I wasn't convinced that Bryce Young was the problem in Carolina's dish thing.
Bryce Young or Caleb to come to your favorite team and be the quarterback.
Today.
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Easily.
Like, I ask you, I'll answer too, Fogel. Like, Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence is getting traded for a quarterback and a first. Caleb or Bryce?
Neither.
I'm saying it has to happen. It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit.
Hang up the phone.
Oh, I'd be like the Dallas. I'd be like the Dallas fans that brought a coffin to the fucking airlines arena, bro. I'd be fucking crashing out too, man. But I'm just saying, like, take Trevor out of the equation. Like, who would you rather have as quarterback
Bryce Young.
of your favorite team?
Bryce Young, 100%.
What about you, Grant?
Between the two?
Yep. To be the quarterback of the Bucks next year.
Oof.
Baker's getting sent off for one of these guys in the first.
I think Caleb has more skill. I do.
We
But
all
I
do.
think
Bryce is small, man. They both look small.
I think Bryce is more prepared for the NFL.
Here's to piggyback on all of this. Caleb, I can't get over the cockiness that came with Caleb. One, when he entered the league, number one, he was telling his punter, we're not going to need you a whole lot. There's a difference between confidence and cockiness. Big time difference. And Caleb was obviously cocky. He was past that level. And look where that got him.
Man, that's just all fun and games.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, man. I thought that was a good one. What are you gonna tell your punter? I mean, I think you're on the right track though, Fogel. I think
Bryce Young's not doing that shit in the presser. He's not saying stupid. Like Caleb does it all the time. Granted, I'm sure he's a cool dude, but I can't see that happening at a high level forever. It's early right now, but what I will say is, when's the last time you heard of a quarterback talking that big of game? That wasn't the only quote. Talking that big of game. Can you remember the last time our first round pick did that?
I mean, did he actually talk a big game?
He talked a huge game, dog. He wanted stake in the Bears ownership before they drafted him.
That's right.
Yeah, but that
Okay.
report comes around every time there's a big quarterback.
Dog, the last quarterback I remember being drafted that highly, that had talent, and talk shit like that at that level. He went to 3 different teams within 4 years. His name is Josh Rosen.
That is true. Josh Rosen
I'm just
did
saying
say
is
some shit.
you want to be a good quarterback in the league, you got to put your head down, you got to get to work, and I'm sure Caleb is doing part of that. Maybe all of it. Maybe I'm completely wrong in the dust here, but the fact that you're coming out cocky like that, it showed in your first year. You had 4-win season. You guys are ready to win. They gave you every weapon in the world, and you look like shit.
I mean, that's you got all fair arguments, but I disagree. Like I thought Caleb handled himself really well throughout the season. I mean, he had a shit year as an organization. He didn't play terrible, but you didn't see him whining and complaining every game like, "Oh, you guys suck. Oh, my offensive line needs to do better." Like Justin Fields literally said, "What? Why are we bad? Oh, bad play calls. Like, where's the accountability?" Like he took all the accountability for their issues. So I kind of
Is that right?
it.
Can I get
I
a
will
quote?
say-
Is that right? Let me give you a quote before you stop here. This is a legit quote after they play the Indianapolis Colts in the presser. If we can get a little help from the defense, we'll be fine.
What was
Yeah,
the
it's
score of
not a
that
good
game?
quote.
What was the score of that game?
I have no idea.
Check it.
I'm curious now. Hold on.
Come on now. Please be like 34-30.
21,
preseason
21-16.
I mean, you
Yeah,
got
man.
it 17 or less.
Hold on. Before the season, another
When was
Bears.
the game? When was the game? When was the game? I got to know that. Sorry.
It was September. It was September.
Man, come on.
Hold on. We're not done yet. You ready? Another quote before he signed his actual deal. I know my worth on why he has not signed his contract. His statement was, I know my worth.
That's bullshit.
I will say, I was lower on Caleb going into the season. I thought it seemed that he was maturing on the fly, and he might just. I think he might just be all right. I don't know
Caleb
if
has
he'll be
no
great.
control of his contract.
They
He's the
probably
first-
handed
the
him.
The first overall pick gets a fixed amount. It doesn't matter if you're the first overall pick, you're getting $36 million of a 4-year contract. If you're the second overall pick, you're getting 34. If you're the third, you're getting like 30. Like it's a fixed amount. He can't complain about his contract.
Look, all I got to say is he went from posting saying, you're not going to need to punt much, to his end of year quote saying, this is my first time being part of something like this, of losing in this streak going. So I have questions to the guys that may have lost a bunch of games in a row or had losing seasons. I ask them questions because the more knowledge that I have prepares me for the future. If something this ever comes close to something like this again. Maybe he's getting a little bit of humbleness because he got fucking humbled.
I mean, that's
Maybe
just
that's the
pussy energy
case.
from him.
I'm just saying is
Yeah,
all
man, he's
these
getting
all of
media
this
trained.
I'm just saying all this shit points to me right now is he didn't feel anything in his head that he was going to feel, and he let everybody know before the season started he was the guy. And guess what? He's the 5th best quarterback in his class starting right now.
All right. Well, Connor's question
Man,
to
wouldn't
generational
y'all-
mistake is Caleb Williams ... question mark. So I appreciate the question.